Hello everyone, my name is Ananya P. Temkar and I am a first year computer science and engineering student in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Today, I shall be presenting a video on the topic waste generation and composition in developed and developing countries. A comparative assessment of the various reasons in the difference in waste generation and composition in developed and developing countries shall be discussed in this video. First, let us look at the various factors which affect waste generation and composition. Income and economic development. Usually, higher income and economic development correlates to more waste generation due to greater consumption and production. Lifestyle and consumer habits. Purchasing and disposal patterns and consumer habits of people can also significantly affect waste generation. Cultural attitude and awareness towards reuse and recycling can also affect waste generation and waste composition. Some communities also emphasize on sustainability, industrialization and urbanization. Industrial activities usually contribute to hazardous and solid wastes. Areas with extensive industrialization generally have more waste generation rates. Urban areas also generate more waste due to high population density and more commercial activities. Government policies. Availability of an efficient waste management infrastructure and government policies can influence waste regulation. A well-developed system may lead to better recycling and waste reduction. As these factors are different in developed and developing countries, they also tend to have different waste composition and rate of waste generation. Now, let us look at the waste generation trends in developed countries. Developed countries usually have higher waste generation per capita, which is the waste generated per person daily. Developed countries usually have a higher consumption of packaged goods, which leads to a significant proportion of waste being packaging materials. There is a higher prevalence of electronic devices and technologies in developed countries. Hence, there is more e-waste generated. Developed countries have a high rate of consumption, leading to more waste generation per capita. Developing countries have a well-established organic waste management systems, leading to less organic waste in overall waste composition. Developed countries also have advanced recycling systems, and hence there is a higher percentage of recyclable materials in the waste stream. Now let us look at the waste generation trends in developing countries. Developing countries usually have lower waste generated per capita. Due to high agricultural activities, food waste, and inadequate waste separation systems, there is a higher organic waste composition. Developing countries usually have inadequate e-waste management systems. This is due to less developed recycling infrastructure and leads to more unrecyclable materials in the waste stream. Inefficient and informal waste sector can also influence the amount and composition of waste which enters the waste stream. These are general trends among developing and developed countries, and there can be significant variations for each country. Here in these tables, we can see the waste generated per capita per day in developed countries and developing countries. On the table on the left, we have the highest waste generated per capita in developed countries. USA has a waste generated per capita of 3.2 kgs, which is the highest waste generated per capita in the world. On the table in the right, we have developing countries with the highest waste generated per capita. First, we have Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Lebanon, and Malaysia. To better understand the waste generation and composition of developed countries, let us look at a case study of USA. USA produces the world's largest waste per capita per day, which is around 4.9 pounds. Due to massive industrialization and urbanization, the waste composition is vastly different from those of developing countries. USA produced 292.4 million tons of waste in 2018. It is crucial for the country to focus on reducing waste generation. Sustainable waste management practices should be prioritized and recycling should be invested in. In this table, we can see the municipal waste composition of USA. Food waste consists of a large component of the waste composition in the USA. It has around 24% of waste composition. Paper waste has 19%, plastic has 12%, metal has 6%, glass has 5%, and other waste, which consist of leather and textiles, consist of 34% of the overall waste composition. Now, to better understand the waste generation and composition of developing countries, let us look at a case study of our own country, India. India generates 62 million tons of waste per year. The total waste generated per capita daily is 0.6 kgs. The reason for the waste generated to be so high despite the low waste generated per capita is due to India's high population density. India has poor structural waste management. This is due to lack of proper funding. In 2015, approximately 82% of waste generated was collected and remaining 18% was littered. Only 28% of the waste collected was treated and the remaining 72% was openly dumped in landfills. Most urban local bodies are unable to manage such large amount of waste due to financial debilities. Waste collection is inefficient, especially in rural areas. According to a survey in 2015, waste collection efficiency in urban areas was 75% to 95%, and in rural areas, it was usually below 50%. India should focus on developing an efficient municipal waste management system to keep up with the huge waste generated by its huge population. In this table, we can see the municipal waste composition in India. Due to high agricultural activity, food waste has the largest waste composition in India. The waste composition percentage is 53%. For paper waste, it is 14%. For plastic, it is 9%. Metal is 4%. Glass is 2%. And other waste, which usually consists of textiles and glass ceramics, consists of 14% of waste composition. Conclusion. Comparative assessment of waste generation and composition in different countries helps us to understand the various challenges faced by waste management. Information from this comparative assessment can be used to develop effective waste management programs specifically tailored to the needs of each country. Different waste composition should have different waste management strategies. For example, India must focus on organic composting and invest in more efficient waste management infrastructure. USA must focus on reducing waste generation and have initiatives for more sustainable and recyclable waste management practices. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like the video. Thank you.